Good morning and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 232, part 2. Using the Sefer Hachinuch Mitzvah that keeps your soul in its way. And we're in Parshas, the third book of Vayikra, Parshas Kedoshim. The prohibition to cause an unsuspecting person to stumble on the way. The Hachinuch teaches that this mitzvah is of yet broader scope. This prohibition similarly encompasses one who assists a person in committing a transgression, kind of like the snake. For instance, Chinuch states below at note 18 that one transgresses this prohibition by giving a cup of wine to a Nazir who is prohibited to drink wine. This is true even if the Nazir is fully aware that he's drinking wine and violating his Nazirus. So don't put a stumbling block, right? Moving along. For he is causing that in the future he will further be seduced, even without this person's assistance, to transgress additional times. It is based on this facet of the mitzvah that the sages of blessed memory said in Bava Metzia regarding one who lends and one who borrows with interest, that they both violate the prohibition of lifnei iver. Since the Torah prohibits both lending with interest and borrowing with interest, each of the parties to the transaction assists the other in committing a transgression. Thus, each one violates this mitzvah prohibition, in addition to the explicit prohibition against his part of the transaction. The underlying purpose of the mitzvah is well known. It is obvious that it is an aspect of the betterment of the world and its society to guide other people and to give them good advice in all their endeavors. One who gives detrimental advice does not merely fail to contribute to the functioning of society, but actually disrupts its proper functioning by causing another to suffer a setback. Okay, should we do a little more? Or only less than 2 minutes in, why not? Among the laws of the mitzvah is that which the sages of blessed memory stated in the beginning of Tractate Avodah Zarah, in the context of the prohibition to assist a person in committing a sin, that we are enjoined by the Torah only with regard to before, but we are not enjoined regarding before. What does that mean? He's about to explain. That is, when the Torah prohibits placing a stumbling block before the blind, it refers to assisting someone who is about to commit an actual sin before. But there is no injunction against assisting one who is about to commit a permitted act that may lead to a sin. Okay, that's before. The Mishnah in Avodah Zarah teaches that during the 3 days preceding the pagan festivals of idol worshippers, it was forbidden to transact business with them, to lend or borrow articles from them, to lend or borrow money from them, to repay a debt owed to them, or to accept payment of a debt from them. The Gemara discusses whether such interaction was prohibited on account of concern that it would result in the idolater giving thanks to his deity for his good fortune and realizing the transaction, or on account of lifnei iver. That is, providing the idolater with the wherewithal to commit idolatry with the object that he received from the Jew. Based on the previous discussion, the Chinuch addresses which of the various transactions mentioned in the Mishnah are subject to the doubt raised by the Gemara. And now we will pause and continue, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Sponsor feature Mitzvah 36 100 gold. Have a wonderful rest of your day.